All right, so the mace, where do we start? If this is a tool that is new to you, something you want to get into, maybe something you already have and don't know how to use, let's go over the basics today. We'll go talk about grip, form, posture, just kind of some of the basic movements of how we want to start utilizing that mace. Now you can work it into your workout today. So with the mace, first couple things we need to just know about. Weight-wise, I think 10 pounds for men, 7 pounds for women is a great place to start. You can see with this thing, weight is a little relative because we're going to talk about how we can change that lever point, that fulcrum point to work on changing the resistance, making it a little difficult for ourselves in certain situations. So if that's the case, 10 pounds I think is a great place to start because we want to be smooth. We always want to be smooth with this mace. And the longer that lever is, the less smooth you are, the more obvious it's going to be. So lighter weight in the beginning is actually pretty great to have, and then you'll be astounded at how easy it is for you to grab heavier weight and get into the same motions once you have that foundation. So with going from there, grip-wise, this thing's really based off like a shovel. That's a good way to think about it. All my weight's at the bottom, and then from there, there's a push-pull to it. I got to push with one hand, pull with the other hand to start to lift that resistance there. So when we're using the mace, we always want to take that into consideration. Our resistance is also going to change as we swing the weight. So the weight's the same, but the resistance changes. Not only from the angles of kind of how much gravity we have fighting on there, how much of that lever we create, but also as we're swinging, we're going through these different force vectors, and the resistance is going to change. It's going to be heaviest when that weight's straight down, but we'll feel how it gets lighter as we swing it in, especially as we go into that horizontal plane, right? It really starts to become kind of weightless. And that's going to make us more athletic. That's a feeling that is really natural in a lot of our movements and isn't trained in the traditional gym setting. So now that we get into the mace, we got our grip. We know that we go a little wide, so we get it nice and strong here. I always want that dominant hand on top. If you're lefty, put that left hand on top, but always start with the dominant. So I'm a righty, I'm going to keep that one there. And I got my nice little base. I want to keep my hips steady. And from there, I want to kind of open my body up a little bit. I'm into my hips, lifting my rib cage. I want to support my rib cage. I want to start to kind of feel my core a little bit because if I'm supporting the mace with my arms, well, my rib cage supports my arms and my shoulders. My core supports all of that. So I need to make sure he's a part of this action. And then from there, I also want to be able to have that rib cage on a swivel. I want to be able to maintain my hips, get all that rotation side to side, because that's how we're going to use the mace in our swings. So I got my grip, got my posture. From there, I'm just going to maintain my hips and get a little pendulum going. Just getting that mace swinging back and forth, staying strong, not letting that mace pull me to the ground. And I can feel every time it swings in between my feet, it gets heavy. It wants to pull me down, pull me under. From there, I want to stay supported, feel the core, going back and forth. And then I just want to get smooth here. I want to get comfortable. I want to feel like I'm just one with the mace and I'm just smooth. Remember, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. So we always want to focus on the smoothness here. So as I go side to side and I get comfortable here, the next thing I want to go into is the catch. So I'm side to side, got my pendulum. Now I'm going to use that little push-pull we talked about to bring that mace up into position. I don't want to do it too low because then I got no help. It's going to be really heavy. And I don't need to swing it up necessarily super high there either. I just want to find that flow. I want to find where I have nice, good control of that mace, getting it into position. If your right hand's on top, you'll want to catch it on that right side. Then you can switch hands after we work on this. But I'm going side to side. I got that catch. I'm never dropping it in because, see, it doesn't get into that nice, good pendulum, that nice, good flow. I actually want to reach it out and then drop it in and really support it. The further I reach it, the faster it goes in, the more I have to support it. So that becomes a whole other aspect to the exercise. And then as I'm catching it, I'm always just Focus still, maintaining my hips, getting that rotation to the rib cage, staying supported. So now we worked on the pendulum, we got the catch. From there, we're gonna now angle our catch. As I angle the catch now, I'm gonna get more resistance fighting on me because I really got that push-pull aspect of the mace happening. So now I can kind of use it to pull me into position, to really strengthen my core, strengthen my shoulders, work on my hips a bit, and just maintain that hip stability as I get that thoracic rotation, as I fight that resistance. And then as I get better, I can start to add a little more rotation. I can add a little side bend into it. I can stay really straight and try to turn further. There's kind of a lot of things you can mess with this, but the main thing is always getting smooth, supporting that mace, supporting your structure through the movement, and then we'll start to have some fun. So if you enjoyed that one, go ahead, give my video a like, and look for some more here on the mace.